Hello, everyone. Amanda Davis here, and I am here to teach others or to make a difference in the lives of others by teaching you what I know and share with you what I know. And I will eventually perfect that. But anyway, Perry Girls is doing a new PG Honor initiative for the month of July in honor of Independence Day. And freedom is what we're talking about for the month of July. And today's topic was to define freedom. How do you define it? And what freedoms do you enjoy? And so, myself personally, freedom is basically, you're free to do what you want to do, and you don't have other people telling you what to do. And um, I'm not going off of here necessarily like politically laws and that kind of thing, so much as just it's you want to have as many freedoms as you can in order to live a happy life. So basically, my definition is going to be to say that I define freedom as the freedom to do what you want to do without being told what to do within reason. And what freedoms I enjoy would be the freedom of choice, which I talked about that in the scope yesterday. We had a daily assignment that was talking about what freedom. I think it was something along the lines of what freedoms do you enjoy? Which one do you enjoy the most? I think is what it was. But anyway, so freedom of choice. Just freedom of choices in your lives. And I also, so that's going to be like the main one that I enjoy. Um, but along with that, I just think it's so important to have as many freedoms as you can within reason. And so, I just enjoy things like the freedom to choose, the freedom to be, where I want to be in the world, the freedom to be doing what I want to be doing. And, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, I guess. Um, but yeah, so for me, I just think it's so important to be able to have as many freedoms as you can within reason, because I also understand the importance of rules and laws and guidelines and stuff like that. But that's a little bit of a different subject to me, at least when it comes to this basic overall of the definition of freedom. Um, but yeah, so I'm interested to see what other topics we're going to have. It is exciting. Um, and I like the quote that was shared today. It was, "Hi ha, thank you for popping in live." It was, "I am no bird and no net ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will." And that says it was Charlotte Bronte in the book, well, I think it was a book, Jane Eyre. But anyway, it was our quote for today with the assignment. And I think that definitely goes along with what I was saying. Like, you don't want to be told what to do. You want to be able to be as independent as you can within reason. And I think that's one reason that myself personally, my relationship, we're both very much independent people. We do our own thing, but then we also make sure to spend time together when we can. But even like, tonight he's off work, but he's watching a movie and I'm in here doing Periscope, and we're okay with that. It's not like, oh my gosh, I have to spend time with you. And I just got back in town last night and he worked last night, but it's okay. Like, we're both okay with the fact that even though, we've only saw each other, we ate dinner together tonight. Um, like, we're okay with that. And I don't know. Maybe that's a weird thing about me, but I think my mom was saying that it's probably because I was independent for so long. I was my own person for so long, living out on my own for a big amount of time, both as a college student and even when I lived at home as an adult. I was an independent person because my parents really didn't, do anything other than they did feed me and help me out with money and stuff like that. But like, if I wanted to go out, they didn't say no. I went out. I just told them where I was going. Stuff like that. So and then when I moved back out on my own, I was out on my own independently as an independent person. And the first couple of years that we dated, we still, we dated, but we were very independent. We did our own things. We saw each other a couple of times a month. And so it was a big change for us to move in together. Um, but yeah, that independence is just so important. Um, right, exactly. Ha said to remember that I am myself, Miss Amanda Marie Davis, before I am a Mrs. So that is so true. And I do agree with that. And so I just think that that independence is so important. And not just in relationships, but in general in life. It's important to be able to be your own person without being told what to do. And that's one reason, too, that, like, I love my parents because they want what's best for us, but especially now that we're adults, they don't tell us what to do. But even when we were in high school, trying to decide what we wanted to do with our lives, my parents weren't the kind of parents that they were like, you have to go to college, you have to do this, you have to do that. They let us choose our own paths. So for me, that was I went to college, I have my master's degree, I want to be a teacher. I am a teacher, so it's not that I want to be. I am currently a teacher. When I made the decision to decide to go into early childhood, even though it was somewhat of just a situational decision at the time, the fact that I've stuck with it for the past couple years, they kind of understand my reasonings behind it. And so they are, very much supportive of the fact that even though I could be making more money in public school, teaching public school older children, they understand my decisions to stay in the early childhood for right now. And they understand, so they support me in that. And then my brother chose to not go to school and be an electrician. And the same thing, like they supported him in that. They didn't say, no, you can't do that. You have to get a college degree. Um, and I know there's parents out there that are different, but I just liked that my parents let us choose our own paths and supported us in those paths and still do at 27 and 24. um, so anyway, and along with that, like they've let us make our own mistakes, learn our own lessons and stuff like that. So not all of it was positive things, but I just think that that's also important because you do learn from your own mistakes. You do learn from your own things that happen in your life, and especially as an adult. So I think sometimes it is important to just, be there as a supportive force versus I guess it would be authoritative, like telling you what to do force. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this scope because I didn't mean to go on and on, but I do appreciate everybody for popping in live and for all the hearts. And I also just wanted to say again that I am looking forward to the rest of the PG Honor Scope initiative, and perrygirls.com. Join us, and let me turn this back around for the thumbnail before I end it. And this is also most likely the last scope of the night for me because I have to watch some scopes and also go to bed at a reasonable time. But anyway, thank you so much for popping in, and I will see everybody later. And thank you again, Ha. Bye, guys.